Information about your hometown and surrounding area. Tiger Talk is brought to you by... And Tiger Talk brought to you by String Beans Coffee House, Hancock's Neighborhood Market on Commerce Street, and Katie's Delicious Homemade Goodness, and Perry's Floors, and more. And a very good Wednesday morning. Welcome to Tiger Talk. And Wednesday means that it's our extension program. At 10 minutes past 8 o'clock, have the pleasure of welcoming Agent for Family and Consumer Sciences, Ashley White, into studios. How are you?
I'm doing great.
We were just talking off radio that I haven't seen you in a while.
I know. It feels like it's been forever.
But it's good. We've had weather, and
I know.
You've been jet setting. No, I'm kidding.
I haven't.
Not recently, but I know you've been busy. And of course, the snow always kind of throws people off.
It does. And with the snow, we had to cancel and reschedule a few programs.
Right.
So.
But we're back on track now.
We are. We're ready to go for February.
And let's hear, because I know you guys are always up to something, always planning, and really good stuff. And you've been busy too. So let's talk about what's upcoming. We might even revisit some of the things that have been done. So.
All right. Well, we've got Supper Club is the next thing coming up. Joni's got her Supper Club, and that will be Monday.
Wow.
So if you're interested in coming, cooking, you're learning about cooking, you get to cook something and you get to eat something delicious.
That's Monday night.
That's Monday night at 5:30. So give us a call at the office to get registered, or send us a Facebook message or an email. Lots of ways to contact us if you're interested in coming to a program.
What are we cooking? Do we know?
Now, I don't know. I'm sure Joni knows, but I don't know what it is.
I know one thing. It'll be good.
It will be delicious.
Yeah, it'll be good.
It will be good.
Joni can whip it up.
She can. She can. And then she can teach you how to.
That's right.
That's even better.
And, the great thing about these meals are they're normally quick and easy.
Yes.
And there's something that, if you wanted to prep it ahead of time, you probably could. And it's just not they're just really good for busy families, I think. Or maybe even, and she can even show you if you live by yourself. It might even work for you that way as well.
There's lots of different ways. You can cut a recipe down, or you can make the whole thing and freeze some, save some for leftovers if you're a leftover person.
All you have to do is raise your hand and ask the question, right?
Exactly. Exactly. We're there to help.
That's great.
And then our next adulting program is being a good employee. So we'll talk about things like what you should wear to a job interview. What do you do once you get the job? How do you keep the job? What are just some basic tips for being a good employee? And that will be on Tuesday at 6 o'clock.
Okay. That's interesting that you have that one, because I think it's good to be reminded of that sometimes, because, we all need to work in this day and time, and you want to make sure that if you have a good, nice, secure job, that you keep it. Don't do anything to mess it up. And so those are probably some really good tips for folks. And it's always good, people can get into a rut.
Right.
And you can get comfortable, but it's always good to kind of pay attention to some new ideas and some new thoughts. Oh, I didn't see it that way. So that's very interesting. What is that one titled?
Being a good employee.
Being a good employee. Boy, I might have to head to that one.
Well, come on down.
And that is Tuesday night.
It's Tuesday, February 6th.
Okay. And what time?
6 o'clock.
Awesome. Okay.
And just call our office to register.
If I don't have a ball game, being an employee, I'll be there.
There you go. There you go. And then we've started our Weight Loss Wars program last week.
Yes.
And this week on Thursday, our topic is meal planning and physical activity. So if you're interested in that topic, even if you weren't there last week, that's okay. You can still come and join us and get the information. We'll be glad to go over that with you. And that's Thursday at 5:30, which is February 8th.
Right.
I have to look at my calendar over here and make sure I get the days
Isn't
right.
that handy that we have
It
that?
is. I love this calendar.
Yeah, it works for me, too. I'm turning around sometimes going, there it is.
What day is that?
Yes.
Pinterest Club is coming up. We did not have a Pinterest Club in January, so this is our first one of 2018. And it will be February 13th, right before Valentine's Day.
So I'm guessing we're going to have a little Valentine's
We're going to do a
going
little
on?
Valentine's craft.
All right.
We're going to make a heart doily tea towel. So
Heart
be
doily
cute.
tea towel.
Yes, and it would be something that you could use for Valentine's Day, but then it's got hearts on it, so you can use hearts anytime.
Yeah, they're appropriate.
Yeah, hearts are okay
A heart
anytime.
a doily. It's kinda,
The little paper doilies. We're going to use that
Okay.
to
I love that.
make
I love that.
make that shape on a tea towel.
I love that word, doily.
Doily.
Okay.
And then we will be learning how to downsize and organize the home. So even if you're not interested in downsizing, who's not interested in organizing?
And you recently had a downsizing. Morgan Rousseau did the downsizing
yes, she
leader
did that
lesson.
last night, actually.
Yeah. That. So that's
And it was
everybody
lots
needs that.
of great information.
Everybody needs that. Don't
Yes, organizing. We all need tips on organizing.
Is it okay to leave your shoes like all over your room, the floor of your room?
Well, I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
But can you find them all?
Well, what happens
Are you
if
digging through them?
I stumble around them in the dark? I'm
Yeah,
just
see,
gonna
that's probably
get
not
up and
good.
then
You're
just-
going to fall.
That's not a good idea. Is
No,
it?
that's
Okay.
not really a good idea.
Okay.
But everybody has a certain amount of, let's say, clutter that they can handle. So
Oh,
that,
surely not.
that may not bother you too much until you trip over it. But
Yeah. So,
yeah,
but those are the
it
kind.
might bother someone else.
But those are the kind of things that you can learn.
Right.
you
We'll
know?
just talk about what you can do with your shoes instead of kicking them off on the floor.
What about all those newspapers that kind of just accumulate there
Ooh.
on your kitchen table?
Paper. Handle it as few times as possible. Try to look at it immediately and then either file it or toss it.
I mean, you walk in, your house looks like a hamster cage all of a sudden. You know what I'm talking about?
It happens.
You got to
It
clear it out.
But we will talk about ways to avoid that
Okay.
at Pinterest Club on February 13th.
I've had too much coffee today. Can you
It's
tell?
okay.
Okay.
It's okay. At 5:30, and the cost is $3, and that just covers your supplies for your craft.
Well,
And
that's the Pinterest Club, and
It's
Pinterest
Club.
is cool because you kind of I didn't know really I'd heard of it,
Mhm.
but until you started coming in here, I mean, it's a neat little site and web
It is.
app. You can kind of hit Pinterest, and there's all
Mhm.
kinds of tips and neat
Right.
things out there.
And FCS Extension has a Pinterest page as well,
Okay.
so you can find recipes and lots of different things on that.
That's good information. It really
Mhm.
is. And say that again. And the cost is $3.
Cost is $3. It's February 13th at 5:30, and I do ask that you register by February 9th, so make sure and have supplies.
365-2787 to do so that
Mhm.
you've got supplies to make your doily
Yes,
towel thing.
your towel
Awesome. With a doily.
with a doily.
Hello, doily.
Our next program is our recipe review. We're going to try the skillet enchilada. That's the February recipe in our.
You had to cancel the first one, didn't
We
you?
did because of snow. I don't think anybody was going to show up when
No.
there was 8 inches of snow on the ground.
That sounds really good.
It looks really good too.
Yes.
We have a picture of it up on our Facebook page, so
And
go
you need
check it
samplers,
out.
don't you?
We do. We need people to taste this, and you just need to give us a call so we know how much we're making. Come in during your lunch break. 11:30 to 12:30 is when we'll be there, ready for you to taste test, and
Awesome.
we'll give you a bite to eat,
That's great.
and then send you on your way. It'll be
Right.
quick,
Now we got to stress it's not a whole lunch,
right? But
but that'd be a nice.
we're going to give you enough that you're going to be able to taste it.
Oh, there you
So-
go. So yeah.
So we're not planning to give you just a tiny little cup.
Right. Now,
so,
yeah, it won't be a cup. Yeah, it's not gonna be
Right.
just, but it'll be something that you can.
Right.
You can count it as lunch, and that's probably the proper portion.
Right. Probably. So that's February 20th. I don't know if I said the date on that.
Okay.
But February
And you need to
20th.
RSVP for that one, so you know how many
Yes.
to do. Okay.
We would appreciate that you RSVP by February 19th. So just the day before.
And go to the website and take a look because it looks really, really good.
It's tasty.
It looks good. Have you?
So
Okay.
I'm going to try that several times this month.
Sounds good.
Our adulting sewing workshop was rescheduled due
Right.
to the snow, so it's March 6th now, which is a little ways away, but we did want to go ahead and give you the date on that, and it's at 6 o'clock as well. So that's just basic sewing skills, sewing on a button, knowing how to hem your pants.
Right.
Some very,
Uh,
very
impo-
basic.
very important skills, though, to
Mhm.
know.
Yes.
If you have an issue or you lose that button.
Right.
you know,
Who doesn't lose a button every
Yeah.
now and then?
I mean, it can be a crisis in certain situations
It
if you
can-
think about it.
It can happen.
Yeah. So.
And then what do? You have to throw
what
your
do you
shirt
do?
out if you don't know how to sew your button back on, and you don't want to do that.
No, I've done it. My grandmother sort of showed me how, and I just remember just going through the holes and just doing a whole lot of things, and then go, okay, tie a knot, you're good. That's not quite how it's done, I know,
Well,
but it works.
It works. And then Rhonda asked that I mention 4-H shooting sports.
Yes,
Shooting sports
coming
is
up, isn't
coming
it?
up. It's for ages 9 to 18 and gives the youth an opportunity to learn gun safety and participate in a non-contact sport. If you're interested in attending shooting sports, there are 2 mandatory safety orientations, and those are March 13th and 20th. If you need more information, you can call our office.
And that's a great, our shooting sports team and clubs. My son has participated in that. A lot of great volunteers.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot that is involved with that. But
Right.
there's some really good volunteers that make sure everything's safe. I mean,
Right.
it is run by the book, and you can rest assured that if your kid is in shooting sports, they're learning to handle firearms properly, and shoot properly, and they're being trained by people that have been trained to do so. So it's good stuff.
And then 4-H camp will be coming up. It seems like 4-H camp was just here, but
Amazing.
it's almost February, so June will be here
June
before
will be
we
here
know
before
it.
we know it.
And it is June 5th through 9th, or 5th through 8th, I'm sorry, and it's for ages 9 to 14. More information, registration information will be coming available here pretty soon.
Good deal.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah, and it's a great camp. Facilities have been modernized and upgraded, and we've got a really nice camp up in Dawson Springs, the
do.
4-H camp. So lots of kids have a good time and go this summer, and it's not too far from home, but yet
Right.
you get back in there, and it feels like you might be in the backwoods of Alaska.
Exactly.
But that's coming up in June.
Yes.
So, all right, more information to come.
Exactly. So we've got lots going on, something for everybody.
Busy, busy, busy. There is something for everybody. And folks, if you have a question about anything that you heard, we try to announce them on our community news update and on our newscast. So be listening for events and things going on at our UK Extension office. There's always something, and of course they will always be there to answer your questions. If you've heard about anything, if you'd like to know more about it, just give them a call, 365-2787. So is that it?
That's it. Was that not enough?
That's a lot. actually, is that it? But yeah, I mean, some really good stuff. Of course, the snow did push back some things.
Right.
But there are many activities that are rescheduled, and as we head through, Weight Loss Wars going well.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes, we had our first class last week.
And it's a 4-week program.
It
now.
is 4-week. We were out one, but due to the snow, so we're
Right.
just going to combine a week.
And it's a friendly competition between Lyon and Caldwell. We'll keep you
Yes.
posted on how the end results are.
Yes, we
and
will.
we wish those participating much success in their endeavors to maybe shed a few pounds and learn a lot
Yeah,
about
just learn about
food
making
nutrition
healthy
and make
lifestyle
a healthy
changes.
lifestyle change. We can all use that. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Hope you have a wonderful day today, Ashley. We certainly appreciate you and all the agents at our UK Extension office. And again, folks, use them. It's a resource here in our county for all kinds of information that's been researched by the University of Kentucky. It's in your Extension office. 365-2787 is the number to call. Talk to one of your friendly agents or the staff and volunteers that are out there to help out. So we certainly appreciate what you all do. And thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's going to wrap up the Wednesday edition of Tiger Talk here in your hometown radio station. It is our Extension Wednesday, and we certainly appreciate Ashley White taking the time to come by and say hello and give us all this information, and we hope you enjoyed it. You've been listening to Tiger Talk here on your hometown radio station, WPKY, The Tiger, at 823. Ty Englebright. Hope you have a wonderful morning, everybody.
String Beans Coffee House in downtown Princeton specializes in made-to